We have an update. Remember the wife who wrote in because her husband refused to get a job? It had been 4 years of marriage. He couldn't get a job unless it was ideal or perfect, or he was his own boss. And his excuse was, or his reason was, I can't get a job because of childhood trauma he refused to work on. Well, she's back to answer our questions and give us a lot more context. So, in the first video, what had happened was, this wife, she's carrying them financially completely on her own, and she's having to put some of their needs on credit cards. Well, she was able to pay off one of the credit cards with the help of a family member who she's paying back. But the moment that that credit card balance went to zero, her husband wanted her to fund another business idea. And when she said, no, oh my gosh, no, I finally feel good that that credit card is paid off and my family member would kill me, he got really upset. He accused her of being mean, controlling, and accused her of not believing in him. Because according to him, if you believed in me, you would fund this business idea on your credit card. So she wrote in asking for a way to hold her boundary without making her husband feel threatened. I just basically said I would keep it very simple. I do believe in you, and I'm keeping us financially safe, period. But I also posed a question. I said, if this were my marriage and I was carrying us financially all by myself for 4 years, my husband was refusing to accept any job because of childhood trauma that he wasn't willing to work on, I would get him into therapy, so he's starting to work on that. But I would also ask myself, if this is how it is, do I want to stay married to someone who's also not willing to take care of me? That kind of thing. Then she came back with a lot more information, a lot more context to their situation, which makes me feel a lot better. Because I think I think all of us just kind of felt like, oh my gosh, is he using you financially? Like, this isn't great. Well, now we know there is so much more to their story. Starting with 4 years ago. Up until 4 years ago, her husband was a full-time caregiver for his sibling that is 100% disabled, and they only had to stop caring for his sibling because it just became too severe. And at that point, he started trying to get a job, but it just felt like nothing was worthwhile. He didn't want to caretake anymore. That was definitely part of it. But anything he tried out for, it didn't feel worthwhile, and it felt like he was starting from the bottom, which he didn't want. Another point she wanted to make is that her husband is a minority, and he does go and he has all these interviews, he just doesn't get a call back. And in terms of contributing to their marriage, she